if. Sum if function is a built-in function which calculates the sum of values in a range that meets a single condition. The syntax of sum if is equal to sum if, in brackets, the range, then the criteria, then the sum range. The condition is referred to as criteria, which can be things like if a number is less than another number, if a number is greater than another number, or a number or text is equal to something. The sum range is where the function calculates the sum. Take a look at the syntax. We have the range, the criteria, and the sum range. Now, the criteria could be what you're trying to get. Are you trying to sum if the number is less than 5, if the number is greater than 10, or if the number is equal to 20, or if the salary is equal to this? Those are just the criteria. But the sum range is where the function calculates the sum. That's the column you're trying to calculate the values if it meets the criteria. Note something, the sum range is optional. If not specified, the function calculates the sum of the range as the condition. However, this only works in columns that are numbers. It doesn't work for text. Note something else. The different parts of the function are separated by a symbol like comma or semicolon. However, the symbol depends on your language settings. Let's take a look at the sum if function practically. Equal to sum if, just like I explained, it has the range, the criteria, and the sum range. Now we have to start with the range. Now what is the range we want to calculate? Now we are dealing with the salary. Now you highlight the salary cell. Remember your drag and drop. Comma. What is the criteria? We want to calculate the salaries that are greater than 40,000. Or let's say the salary that are greater than 50,000. Greater equal to, or let's just use greater 50,000. Close it. Let's not forget the sum range. The sum range is the salary. What we're doing is we want to sum the salary that are greater than 50,000. Now, in this salary range, in the G column, we want to sum the salaries that are greater than 50,000. So you close the bracket and you hit your enter key, and now you have it. If you're to do this manually, these are only the values that are greater than 50,000, which is the 63,000 and the 65,000. So if you calculate this manually with your calculator, you would have the same answer we got in our output, 128,000. Let's try this again so you can understand it. Let's try to sum the salaries that are less than 40,000. Now, sum if the range, it says the range. Now choose the criteria. Less than 40,000. Remember to put the criteria in a quotation. Now we have our range. Now we'll close the bracket. Now we have 36,000. Now the only column that is less than 40,000 is 36,000, which is why we have 36,000 here. Now let's try to get the salaries of only salesmen. So let's say we want to sum the salaries of salesmen. Now you have it equal to sum if, what is the range? This is the range. Now we are summing if this range. Now what is the criteria of the range? Salesman. Now sum if F2 to F10 is salesman. Now what are we summing? We are summing the salary. Now you highlight salary and you close and you have it. Now if you want to manually look at it, what is the sales of the sale? We have just two salesmen here. We have 45,000 and we have 3 salesmen? We have 45,000, we have 63,000 and we have 48,000. So if you sum this up with your calculator, you see that the total answer is 156,000. Try this yourself. Try to get the salary of the male. All right, let's try that one out. Equal to, we're trying to sum only the salaries of the male. Now, what are we doing? We're summing if, what is the range, the gender? Sum if, what is the criteria? We're summing for the male. Now, remember to always put your criteria in quotation. Sum if E2 to E10 is male. Now, what are we summing? We're summing the salaries. That's it. We have our answer. So try this out. Try to sum different values. Try to sum for female. Try to sum those who their age are above 30. Try to sum those who their salary are above 65,000 and see if you will get your answers. Let's take a look at sum ifs function.